good, and you? News. Okay. Okay.
Right now at 5, state lawmakers are working to bring broadband to everyone in Mississippi. We'll look at how this could impact you in a live report straight ahead. And it looks like COVID is on the decline and the government could loosen its mask guidelines in the coming days.
And widespread rainfall on all of our cameras there for the most part. We've had it off and on today. Still tracking a few of these showers and thunderstorms on Storm Track Doppler radar. Heavy now, but flooding, rainfall, and severe weather chances actually increase over the next 24 hours. We're looking at the latest.
Hundreds of Family Dollar stores close their doors after a rodent infestation. We'll take a closer look at just what happened to prompt the government's investigation. WTVA 9 News at 5 starts right now.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WTVA 9 News.
Hello, everyone, and good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Emily Leonard. Craig Ford is on assignment. A state leader wants you to know about a Senate bill that he believes will help rural areas in Mississippi get high-speed internet. WTVA's Brianna Bynum's live in New Albany and tells us more about the bill and how it could impact you.
I'm standing outside of the Union County Courthouse where Public Service Commissioner Brandon Presley will soon speak to community members. Now he will talk about broadband expansion and a bill that could bring it to rural counties in this area. Public Service Commissioner Brandon Presley said almost all of Union County is served by the city of New Albany for electricity.
Unfortunately, a law that's on the books all the way back to the 1930s prevents the city from providing broadband. Of course, in 1930, nobody had heard of internet service.
However, Presley said Senate Bill 2474 could allow cities like New Albany to provide high-speed internet to the rural areas that it serves, as well as within the city.
We've got legislation right now that's already passed the Mississippi Senate. It's in the Mississippi House of Representatives now that would allow the city of New Albany, Okolona, and Holly Springs to provide broadband service.
Micaiah Riddle lives in Union County and said she's excited because the area needs broadband.
Well, especially with the pandemic, with everything going on, everything's just easier to do online. It's quicker and a lot easier.
Now, Senator Hop Bryan of Amory is one of the authors of the bill. Commissioner Presley will be here at the courthouse at 6 to talk about broadband expansion. Live in New Albany, Brianna Bynum, WTVA 9 News.
Happening now, Family Dollar temporarily shut the doors of more than 400 locations, including some in Mississippi and in Alabama. The closings are tied to a rodent infestation at a distribution warehouse near Memphis. A former worker shared this video last month, and it prompted an FDA investigation. They discovered more than 1,000 rodents and a history of problems dating back to January of 2021. A spokesperson for Family Dollar said the closings will allow the affected stores to carry out the voluntary recall of certain products. Items included the recall included over-the-counter medications, medical devices, cosmetics, dietary supplements, human food, and pet food. That's hard to watch. Company said anyone who may have bought affected products can return the items to the Family Dollar store where they purchased it without a receipt. We have a full list of those items as well as the stores impacted on our website, WTVA.com. As you probably know, today is President's Day, so the State Health Department, along with other government agencies, are all closed today. So we're going to have to wait until tomorrow for the most recent coronavirus case numbers. But it does appear we are continuing to see the numbers drop. Over the last month, new cases in Mississippi dropped by a large amount. Mid-January, it hit a high of more than 8,500 cases in a single day. That number is down to, on average, to about 1,000. And we're not alone in this trend. Nearly all U.S. states and territories are currently reporting a decline in cases. Also, the CDC is expected to announce some new mask guidelines as early as this week. The health officials say they've been keeping a very close eye on the numbers, particularly looking at hospital capacity as a key indicator before making any changes. The CDC currently recommends indoor masking in areas with substantial or high transmission, whether people are fully vaccinated or not. They also suggest wearing a mask if you feel sick, recently tested positive for COVID, or if you've been exposed to the virus. New at 5, Aberdeen city leaders want to train city workers to do a better job serving the public. WTVA's Kendra Malloy is live in Aberdeen to tell us what this training is all about.
Yes, here at City Hall, Mayor Scott said he wants to run a city with leadership skills, and that's where he came up with the idea of Leadership Aberdeen. The mayor said city employees are trained every first and third Tuesday of the month. The training, he said, is all about conflict resolution and motivation to work. Mayor Scott said this is already helping the city.
We're asking all our employees to think excellence, okay? Your work should be excellent. And that's what this leadership training is all about.
He said the training is set up in 2 parts, one session, and usually lasts for an hour. Scott said residents are already seeing a difference in the community. One business owner in Aberdeen said the training has made a difference in several ways.
They may be gaining insight on what's going on in the surrounding areas as well as other states, and it will allow them to have a better insight on how to make Aberdeen a better place.
Now, all the employees of Aberdeen must go through a 10-session training protocol, and he said the training will end in April. Live in Aberdeen, Kendra Malloy, WTVA 9 News.
A group of kids are learning a little more about the past. Children at Potter's House Family Service Center in Houston spent the last couple of weeks learning about famous African Americans as part of Black History Month. The children participated in lessons and activities that focus on the many contributions made by Black leaders and historical figures. Their teacher merged the past with the present through a series of unique lessons.
They're pretty sharp. They retain the information. I was actually pretty surprised myself at how well we use songs, we use different things to learn, just making it fun for them to retain the information.
Ms. Wagner says that she focuses her efforts on strengthening each child's foundational values, working to instill confidence and success through their lives.